The Chicago
Pretty
Bulls
tough, man.
are a team that you've recently made a move to get better and getting Nikola Vucevic. They also traded for Daniel Tice. So they traded for 2 centers. They completely removed and kicked out Wendell Carter Jr. and Daniel Gafford. But okay, this topic's not about the Vucevic trade, though.
How you not going to say Troy Brown Jr. in that?
I like Troy Brown Jr. So
Good defender. Say that man's name.
This topic is about Patrick Williams and the Bulls' young core. Do you think Patrick Williams can be a future star in the NBA? And do you believe in this Chicago Bulls young core moving forward? I'll start with you because you're a Bulls fan.
I do believe. I call him Baby Kawhi. You know, he's a young guy, big hands, locks up on the defensive end. He can shoot the 3-ball a little bit. His handle is sneaky better than what I imagined it would be. You know, he has a really good ball handle. He can make some moves in isolation. I think it's really just going to come to time. Like, how long is it going to take for him to reach? I know for some wings, it takes a long time for them to truly adapt to the NBA. You know, like we've seen Paul George, Kawhi, like it took them a minute to really.
Not RJ.
Okay. Like it takes, those are stars. He's nothing. It takes, wings a couple of years to get it in play, but I think it really is going to come down to Billy Donovan. You know, can he get the Kobe Whites, the Patrick Williams, and hopefully somebody else, can he get those guys to really reach their potential? If Patrick Williams can reach his potential, then with you guys, I don't know yet. We got to wait for y'all to break up. But we can be a top 5 team in the East with Zach. He's still 26. He still has room to go. Nikola Vucevic, his game is going to last a little long, so he still has room to go. Kobe White, we still have Laurie. Laurie still has a lot of potential left. So I think this team is definitely rooted to be a really great team. It just comes down to Billy Donovan and the player development team.
Yeah, as much as it's a big leap to get from where we're at to what I'm going to say, the 2 guys that come to mind are, like you said, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. It's like the two comparisons that you would give right now of like what in a dream scenario what you would want Patrick Williams to become. But you look at Paul George, you look at Kawhi Leonard. It took both of them like 3 to 4 years to become like the all-star players that they eventually became. But before that, they were essentially what Patrick Williams is, a great defender that has that raw talent offensively but still needs some developing. But like you said, Indiana built a great team around Paul George that battled it out with LeBron James every year in Miami pretty much. In San Antonio, the Spurs surrounding Kawhi with probably the greatest ecosystem you could probably be in to develop a player. It remains to be seen if the Bulls are going to turn into that. Like you said, I like the young core they have. I like Levine and Vucevic. Well, I don't know if they'll ever be a championship core. They'll be that kind of core. Like, I don't think the Pacers ever had a championship core, but the team that they built brought them deep into the playoffs every year, and they ran into the buzzsaw of LeBron, but they were always competing, and they were in those playoff environments that you need to grow in. And I think starting with this year, the Bulls can be a playoff team. While a low seed, they could start to get that playoff experience. Next year, get into the 6-5 seed range and win a playoff round, get to the second round. And if you could start to build that ecosystem around him, I really think you could see Patrick Williams grow into something special.
Try and get Lonzo, man.
Indiana, I think, was never a true contender because Danny Granger got hurt around the time that Paul George ascended to become a really great player. Chicago's not making the playoffs this year, though. They aren't going to make it this year. And
what do you mean by that?
It's not going to make the playoffs.
Like, is a 10 seed like is it playing a playoff spot or not?
Maybe a play-in, but I don't. Maybe 10 seed. Is it 10 seed play-in?
It is a play-in.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 through 10 is in the play-in.
They're 10th right now, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
10th.
they are.
Okay, so yeah, maybe a play-in, but they're not making it over the Knicks. No way.
So you keep talking.
So this is what I'm going to say.
Right.
Patrick Williams, to me, he looks the part. He's averaging 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, shooting 39% from 3 and 48% from the field. Coming out of college, we did not know if he was going to be this great of a shooter this fast. We thought at least I thought he was going to be a guy who probably shot 33% from the 3-point range or 3-point line. I know when he got drafted, Rev walked out of the room. He didn't want Patrick Williams, as did a lot of Bulls fans. I think the consensus around NBA fans was that Patrick Williams was not going to be good. He has exceeded everybody's expectations, and I think next season, in his sophomore year, he's going to average about 15 points per game. I see that type of 6-point, 5-point jump from him. And right now, the Bulls, even though they have young players, I'm not sure who really is in their young core. right? Because Zach LaVine, he's a part of it. Nikola Vucevic, he's in their core, not young core, but he's in their core now. Patrick Williams, and then Kobe White. It looks like Lauri Markkanen is heading out sooner rather than later.
Probably.
Troy Brown Jr., let's see if they're going to keep him around. Daniel Theis, how long is he going to be there? And Thaddeus Young. He's not a part of their core, I would say. So they really only have about 4 players that are really legitimately a part of their core. I think missing the playoffs is the best case scenario because you could land one of the top players in this draft.
Think about that, though, is it's top 4 protected. So we would have to land in the top 4 to get that draft pick. So if we don't, it's like, damn.
Oh, so you guys should try to make the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. We're like 50-50
it's pretty much
right
over
now.
for you guys. Yeah, you guys have no
I mean,
hope.
we get in the playoff, we can 100% beat you guys. 100%. Like, without a doubt. And Charlotte is falling. We can beat Charlotte without LaMelo.
But I do think that Patrick Williams is a future star. I think he's going to be an elite defender in the NBA. I think his offense is going to be formidable. Right now, we see Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges is averaging about 14 points per game and giving you great defense every single night. Do I think Patrick Williams can be a better Mikal Bridges, an even better Mikal Bridges? I 100% believe that. The weird thing about this entire Vucevic trade, though, is that Zach LaVine with Vucevic has been averaging 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 38% from the field and 24% from 3. The Bulls have not been winning because Zach LaVine has just not been playing well with Vucevic on the floor. I think he's still adjusting to playing with Vucevic, but once that timetable is done with and he finally adjusts and knows how he's going to play with Vucevic, I think this team can be a very good team.
Not even just that. I think the adjustment was made when we played Brooklyn. I think coaching staff decided we're going to run the offense through Vucevic. I think in the games Zach was struggling in, we kind of ran it through Zach and kind of let Vucevic play. But because Vucevic is such a great passer out the post, we decided we're just going to run the offense through Vucevic. And you saw it, the 32-point explosion, 17 rebounds. I think it was 5 assists. But that was the game where it was like, all right, Zach might not have been comfortable yet. He's still adjusting. But the team in general was a little bit more comfortable in running the offense through a big man, through a post player. So I think that's going to be the adjustment moving forward. And like you said, we have a lot of guys who are they can be in our core, but we don't know yet in our core. Kobe White is still a wait and see, but he's probably in our core. Zach is our guy. We made that clear. Lauri's out the door. He might stay. We don't know. Troy Brown Jr. is still a wait and see, but he's probably going to be in our young core. And hopefully, if we don't make the playoffs, I hope we land the top 4 pick. If we do make the playoffs, we can make some noise. But we have some good money where we can get a guy next year in free agency, make some noise. But we need, we need a point guard. Like, we need a point guard really bad because Satoransky is not it.
I would love Lonzo for you guys.
We tried to get him at the deadline. I was so mad.
What do you mean by making noise at the in the playoffs?
Oh, we can
winning a game?
Yeah, we can if we 10 and 7 play, right?
Yeah. No. So it's 9 and 10. So if the season ended right now, the Bulls would play the Pacers.
Oh, and they're banged up. We can beat them.
The winner of that game would play the winner of would play the loser of Celtics Knicks.
Them. Would be the Knicks.
And then the winner of that game would get the 8 seed.
That's so much extra. Then we would be in the playoffs right now.
You cannot be the cannot
with
be
Vucevic, right? We can
I do think it would be a fun game to watch. The Knicks and the Bulls.
You think so?
In a playoff.
Us versus Tom. I think because Tom and Thibodeau's right there, it's
it would just be a great storyline.
No, we'd kill them.
No, RJ would drop 30.
I hope it happens.
You really think RJ would drop 30 on us?
RJ would
Patrick Williams is going to put him in prison.
I hope they play so bad.
I really do, because he's talking bro, they have Julius Randle. I'm not, come on. Who's guarding?
Julius Randle is better than everybody.
And then as a reward.
You believe that?
This season.
You believe he's better than Vucevic?
Statistically?
Statistically what?
Yes.
Statistically what?
He's contributing to winning.
I mean, he had a better team. The dude played for Orlando. They have 5 players.
Talent-wise, not that much different.
As a reward, whoever out of the Knicks or Bulls wins that game, they get a treat to play the Nets in the first round.
Knicks were projected to be the worst team in the NBA, one of the worst teams. I even thought they were.
No, they weren't. It was OKC.
I said one of the worst.
I'll tell you what. If we do play you guys and you beat me, I swear to God, I will buy a Julius Randle jersey.
Oh, okay.
You can do that. I would buy it and I will wear it on the show for a week straight.
I mean, you're going to look silly.
No, I'm not, because we're not going to win. We're not going to lose.
Yeah, okay.
We're not going to lose.
You're underestimating the Knicks, but okay, I think we all agree here. Patrick Williams has a really bright future. And we'll see what the Chicago Bulls do. If you guys don't make the playoffs and you don't get the top 4 pick, then you guys are
We're in for trouble.
Going for. So where does the pick land? You just don't have a first round pick?
Yeah, no, we lose it.
Oh yeah,
it has to be top 4,
especially in this draft because you traded it for Vucevic. I'm assuming
we traded 2 of them things, but
I don't
one
think
was
that's
protected.
a bad trade.
I don't know. It depends.
I mean, if we end up landing there, that's going to be hilarious because now we're bringing in another star in the making.
You need like a Pelicans-esque luck.
No, we need like the Bulls in 08 luck.
Yeah.
Like legit, we need that.
They could get Jalen Suggs. That could be game changing.
If we get one, we're picking that man.
Fit.
I don't think you'll get one.
No, if you get one, you
going
pick
straight to
Cade.
that guy. Yeah. If we get Jalen Suggs, that'd be cool too.
I think Suggs is gonna go 2. And then after that, it's kind of up in the air a little bit.
I don't know.
more.
For me, the prospect rankings in terms of the top guys, I think I have Cade 1. I have Kuminga 2. I have Mobley 3. I have Suggs 4 and Green 5.
I think it depends. I think for any other guy other than Cade, it really depends on team.
I think it'll change a lot as we get closer to the draft too. But there's such a long.
Yeah, a lot of people don't have
until
Kuminga at 2. Some people have Evan Mobley at 2.
Evan Mobley offers a lot of versatility.
I'm assuming
That's
they're
fine.
going to have like a full combine and everything, or at least they're planning on it this summer.
They should.
By that time, it should be a
People
thing.
should be vaccinated by that time.
yeah.
A lot of people should.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. I wish the playoffs would play out like this because I would love to see the Knicks and the Bulls play in a playing game. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an easy win for the Knicks.